grade team had the Japanese cultural organization for Oregon come in and do a virtual field trip. So we thought we would share some of the food that they kind of taught us how to make. And one of the things that my family loves is sushi. So the main dish for our Japanese meal is going to be sushi, and I'm going to do cucumber sushi for you today. So some of the things that you need are, you need nori seaweed. You need a sushi mat, and we have two different types. We have the traditional bamboo mat, and then they also now have the plastic mat that is kind of nice, because then you don't have to wrap your bamboo mat in plastic. You'll need sushi vinegar, and my family likes the seasoned type. You'll need short grained rice, and it needs to be at room temperature, body temperature. And then, of course, we're using cucumber for our cucumber roll. So previously, before we started our video, I went ahead and made rice and put it in a tray so that it can cool off. I still need to add the vinegar to it. So the way that you do the vinegar is you take your spatula and measure out a tablespoon of the rice wine vinegar, and then you want to splash it all over the rice so that it kind of gets everywhere. You don't want to just pour it, or you're going to have one big glob of rice wine on your sushi, and that would not taste very good. So I'm kind of getting it all over the place, spreading it out. Good. And I have 2 cups of rice here. 2 cups of cooked rice. Okay. And before I did this, I made sure I washed my hands. So please make sure you wash your hands. After you spread it out, now I'm going to turn my rice over and continue that cooling process until it's about the temperature of your body. So we're going to flip this over, and we'll be right back in just a second. Okay, so my rice is now cool to the touch, kind of feels like it's body temperature. And I have just an English cucumber. We're going to peel off the green outside layer really quick so that we can cut this. And you want to cut it so that it's about as wide as your seaweed mat. The green, you could leave it on, but it tastes kind of bitter, so your sushi would be kind of bitter too. And after you learn how to do this kind of sushi, you can really put anything you want in your sushi roll. So it's a nice basic sushi roll for you to learn, and then just stuff it with whatever you want. So I'm going to cut my cucumber with a sharp knife. I need to get a spoon to scoop out a few seeds that I have. You don't want seeds in your sushi. So you can see I've got tiny seeds here. I'm just going to take a small spoon and take those pieces out. Okay, now I can cut my cucumber into strips, and you want it to be about a centimeter square. So just a long centimeter square. So you get, in this cucumber I got about 6 in each half. So I'll be able to do 12 rows of sushi. All right, so I covered my bamboo mat in just plastic wrap, and I've taken out my seaweed sheets, and now I'm going to work on rolling my cucumber rolls up. I do have a little bowl of water, and that's going to seal the edge of my sushi, and I'll show you how to do that when we get there. So you need 1 sheet of the nori sushi. Then I'm going to take my rice, and I want to leave about 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch at the top of my nori to be able to seal up that edge. And I want to take my rice and go right to the edge of the rest of it. You're just going to use your fingers to smooth it out. You don't want it really thick, you want it evenly spaced across your nori. This takes just a minute. Just a tiny bit more at the top. And I'm just going to make sure I've got it all to the edges so I don't have any blank spaces, and it'll roll nice and even. Okay, I'm going to rinse my hands off really quick because the rice is kind of sticky. All right, now I'm going to put a slice of my cucumber. I'm going to put the slice of cucumber right on the edge. Then I'm going to start rolling my roll. I'm going to push and roll. They're kind of squeezing it together. Roll it a little bit further and squeeze it. Roll and squeeze. Roll and squeeze. And you can see how it's rolling up. And then I have this little layer here where it's open, there's no rice. This is where you're going to seal up the edge so your sushi roll is nice and tight. You have to do this kind of fast because if you don't, this edge becomes really soggy and it'll kind of fall apart. So you don't use a ton, you just want to get your fingers wet. Get it wet. And then finish rolling up as fast as you can so it doesn't deteriorate on you. And then there's your roll. We're going to give it a second. To let that outer edge dry. I have a board here just so that I can kind of finish it off. Give me just a second and I'll be right back. Okay, so our edge, as you can see, it's nice and dried. It doesn't take but maybe a minute to do that. And I've set out my plate that I'm going to be serving my sushi on. So it's just a bamboo plate. I also have a little cup here to add some soy sauce. I'm gonna fix it like my family likes to eat it. And a little wasabi, not very much. And we like the fresh wasabi, so get some fresh wasabi. And then I'm gonna add just a little bit of pickled ginger, because I really like pickled ginger. Then I'm gonna cut them. And the way that you cut sushi is you cut it first in half, and you want it to be as close as you can to the middle. You can see the inside's nice and perfect. And you need a sharp knife to do this. Then I'm going to take this and I'm going to cut it into fourths. And I kind of want the pieces to be all the same size because it just looks nicer. Then I put them on my plate, arrange them nicely, and here is our sushi dinner. We have our yummy cucumber rolls. We have the pickled ginger, we have the wasabi, and a little bit of soy sauce. My family, because we do like it kind of spicy, we take our wasabi and mix it in with our soy sauce. And then we just dip our sushi in. I hope you enjoy it.